there, folks. Sorry about the couple false starts. I'm just gonna power through, and hopefully there aren't too many blips. So thank you for your patience. Happy Sunday. It's already a pretty warm one today, so it'll be a great day for coming down later this afternoon, getting some ice cream from 12 to 5. Come and get your donuts. We have hot fresh donuts and coffee ready to go, cinnamon, sugar, and plain, and we'll have them here until they sell out later today. And then just a few announcements. We did put up some signs, or we're in the midst of putting up some signs to direct you more about how we're working the greenhouses this year, and we are working them a little bit differently. The big back greenhouse, we're going to be labeling Greenhouse 4. You'll see all the greenhouses will have numbers on them, and that has a yellow 4 sign. And so that's actually going to be, that greenhouse is going to be closed. We're going to be using that as our sort of staging area for any orders that come in. And then do be assured that anything that we have in those back greenhouses, we also have represented either out on the tables, outside the front greenhouses where the geraniums usually are, or in another location that you do have access to. So we're gonna make sure that you can see everything that we have, but that big back greenhouse where the tomatoes and peppers and eggplant and a lot of our annuals usually are, that is gonna be closed until further notice. So it's going to be our staging area. We want to thank everybody for yesterday, for the great outpouring for our new online ordering, that soft opening that we did. So thank you for that. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email admin@tromblygardens.net. And then any orders that weren't already filled will be filled Monday after we restock and are able to fill your orders more completely. Let's see, a few planting notes from Sue, from Gardener Sue. Just keep in mind that again, I sort of mentioned before about the soil temperature. For the warm weather crops, the tomatoes, the peppers, the eggplant, you really want to wait until the soil temperature is consistently 70 degrees. So it's the soil temperature. So even though the air temperature is warm, it's still a little bit too early to plant those warm weather crops. But we have a lot of cold weather crops that would be happy in the ground right now. All the cabbage family crops, the lettuces, the chards, a bunch of annuals, and of course a bunch of perennials. And after, I'll go out in a little bit and show you those, because I heard folks like those plant tours. I said ice cream 12 to 5. Let's see. And then, yeah, so about May 20th is sort of the date that we're thinking that would be a good time for folks to start to think about planting those warm weather crops. The tomatoes, the peppers, the eggplant, that sort of thing. So I'm going to switch over to, bear with me here. I'm going to switch over. Oh, I'm already actually off Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to just show you a brief blip of our greenhouse situation. So we have some folks asked about what we have available. We have a lot of beautiful hanging baskets available. Check out that beautiful color. So you can check that out. And you do want to watch, though, if it does look like there's going to be any sort of a freeze in the evening, you want to make sure that you bring those planters in, because we don't want you to lose your planters. They tolerate the cold weather fairly well, but they don't tolerate a freeze. So up as you're coming into the building, oh, and there's the curly parsley I talked about a couple days ago. So we have some herb planters up by the front of the building. And then let me show you. Here's the soil. We did sell out of the raised bed mix, but we do still have the potting soil, the lobster compost, the garden soil, the compost and peat mix, and then we have just the plain potting mix. So let's just take a look quick. We brought out a bunch more plants yesterday, so you're welcome. These tables here are accessible to you. And please maintain social distancing. If you see folks in the aisle, we're going to make sort of some one-way aisles out here once it gets a little busier. But if you see folks in the aisles, please give them that 6 foot of social distancing, and then you can proceed on to look at the next variety of plants. So the front here is where all the perennials are, the side closest to the main parking area here. And then over here, this area, we have some of your flower annuals, as well as the vegetable annuals, the lettuces, the chards, the cabbage family stuff like broccoli, cauliflower, that sort of thing. And then, this is the new stuff we put out yesterday. So these are all the things that we're going to be bringing out. Just all the stuff that's in that back greenhouse that I talked about that's closed. That's we're bringing out here so that you can have access to. So there we go. And so if you have any questions about if an area if you're allowed to go to a particular area, please ask, because we might have some orders started and that sort of thing, and we can't necessarily give you access to the greenhouse. This greenhouse is where we have most of our geraniums. You're able to access this greenhouse for the time being, but again, please be very mindful about social distancing. Make sure that if you see somebody in a particular area where you want to go, give them space and be patient to let them finish browsing. A bunch more of the hanging baskets, as you can see, and then this is the big back greenhouse. You can see that. Actually, it's sort of a green sign at the moment, but we're going to have numbers up. But there's a big wire across and a sign asking you to please not go into that greenhouse yet. All right. So let's go inside. Here we go. It's a beautiful day. The flies are out, unfortunately, but it's a beautiful day to come on out, say hi to the animals, get some donuts, get some ice cream later from 12 to 5. And he will be open for grocery shopping in just a few moments. Let me check my time here. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a quick pan today. And one thing I'm gonna highlight, here's my pan as I'm talking. One thing I'm gonna highlight today is all the yummy to-go foods that we have in the reach-in cooler. So Skylar has been busy at work doing a lot of cooking and baking, and so I'm going to show you some of that stuff. Maybe you can come down this weekend, and when you get your ice cream or your donuts, you can pick up some of those items too. We do have the yeast, the flour. All right. Oh, thanks, Betty. Yeah, we're trying to do our best to remind folks, because we're not a huge stand, and we're just trying to go with the flow and stay up with the times and keep people safe and keep ourselves safe too. So I'm just panning here. I'm not talking. Well, I'm talking, but not talking as much as usual, I guess. 2 colors of the carrots: the rainbow at the bottom, the orange at the top. We are out of kale today, and anything that you see that we're missing today, we'll almost assuredly have tomorrow, because we'll be doing a big restock. We do our big restockings on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of produce. There's some yummy cilantro. All right, so Johnny Cash is keeping us company again today. I'm going to turn him down. Some Folsom Prison Blues here. Right, Johnny? Okay, so cheese curds. Bell and Goose cheese, the ricotta, that Maplebrook ricotta at the bottom, and the mozzarella at the top, Boggy Meadow Swiss, and the Crowley cheddar. So here we go. The pepper turkey and Swiss quiche, eggplant parm, lots of delicious berries. Skylar did some mac and cheese, gravy and stuffing. There's some chili back there. I don't know if you can spy it. Where's the chili? Oh, awesome, Jim. I'm glad you're coming in later today. All right, and then here we have the big puddings. The small mini puddings, if you just want to sample a flavor, try that first, and then you can commit whole hog with the big size. Oh, check that out. Skylar made some watermelon lemonade. That looks delicious. Some of that watermelon we had earlier this week, some unsalted and salted butter, some cooked sausage and peppers, some of that Sartell family yogurt. We also have their quark cheese, which is kind of like a cream cheese. Skylar did some roasted pepper ketchup. She has a strawberry vinaigrette back there. A little bit more of the seafood chowder is remaining. There's a chili that's front and center. And then she made lots of yummy salads, a garden salad, fruit salad, and check out this orange chocolate caramel cake. It looks amazing. Lots of beautiful cupcakes. Those are chocolate mocha cupcakes. We have both the chicken eggs and the local duck eggs. And there's some iceberg lettuce if you prefer that. Lots of baked goods. We have a little bit of bread remaining from the Good Loaf. And then we have mostly sausage products and pork products in our meat freezer, but we do have a little bit of beef as well, mostly ground beef. We do have a little bit of bacon that we got in, some smaller steaks, pork loin roast, some larger cuts like some brisket. If you need bones you can make a delicious French onion soup today. You can put some of that Swiss on top, use some of this bread. to make a crouton. That would be really good. I know it's not really soup day, but I don't know, it could still be good. Smoked shoulder. So if you have any more questions about our meats, feel free to inquire. All right, hi John. Thank you, John. We only have one of your chowders left, I believe. But look at that. John makes a chowder for us every week, among other things, and we are so lucky to have you. So thank you, John, of Yankee Chef Custom Catering. All right, so here we go. I set a timer today so that I could make sure to stop talking, and it's buzzing on my wrist, on my watch. So here we go. In honor of ice cream today, that we are scooping from 12 to 5, 12 to close today. We close at 5. Here we go. Where is it? Why is ice cream so bad at tennis? Who knew ice cream played tennis? That's pretty amazing right there. Why is ice cream so bad at tennis? It has a soft serve. A soft serve, everybody. All right, thanks everyone. 673-0647 to place a porch pickup order or delivery. We'll have more information about our online ordering now that we did that soft opening. We're gonna take from that what we learned and then make any improvements, and then stay tuned for more updates when that will be live permanently. So thank you so much, and 673-0647. Bye everybody.